How do you know it's time to change your power steering pump?
Welcome back to Top 5 Auto Repairs. How do you know you have a power steering pump issue? The first common sign that you know that you may have a power steering pump issue is going to be noise. If you start your engine and you hear a growling noise or a whining noise coming from the power steering pump area, there's a good chance that it may be failing. The first thing you want to do is check the power steering fluid. If the power steering fluid is extremely low, the bearings inside the power steering pump will become noisy and start to make that growling noise, metallic noise, and that loud whining noise. It is easy to determine whether the power steering pump is bad or not. It's simply just turn your steering wheel left and right. If you turn left and right and it makes that loud whining noise, again, there's a good chance that power steering pump might be failing. The next sign that you know that your power steering pump may be failing is going to be difficulty steering. And you find that it's difficult to steer left and right, there's a good chance that power steering pump might be failing. There's a few things that you should check that might make the power steering pump not function properly, and it will make it difficult to steer. The first thing you want to check is you want to make sure that the power steering belt or the serpentine belt does not break off. If it broke off, then there's nothing that will be turning the power steering pump pulley, and it's going to make it difficult again to steer. The next thing you want to check is the tension on the power steering pump belt. If the tension is too tight, it's going to put a lot of stress on the power steering pump bearing and cause it to prematurely fail. The next thing you want to check is the power steering pump pulley alignment. Basically, the power steering pump pulley must be aligned with every other pulley. If you find that the pulley is slightly off, or let's just say you see the pulleys that start to wobble, then you know that power steering pump bearing is failing. The next thing you want to check is going to be the power steering pump seal. Basically, if you look inside the power steering pump fluid reservoir and you see it start to bubble inside, there's a good chance that seal on the high pressure hose is failing as it's introducing air into the system. The next sign is going to be leaks. If you see your power steering pump extremely dirty and it's like there's a lot of fluid on it, maybe it's time to change that power steering pump, especially when you have extremely high mileage. The next sign is going to be extremely dirty power steering fluid. If the power steering fluid have never ever been replaced and it becomes extremely dirty, it can actually cause clogs in the power steering system, and that can cause the power steering pump to overheat. There are a lot of ways to check if the power steering pump is bad or not. The first thing that I like to use is a long screwdriver, and I like to take the screwdriver and put it on the power steering body. If you feel a strong vibration in the screwdriver, then you know that power steering pump is failing. The next test is very simple. All you have to do is remove the power steering belt. If you remove the power steering belt and that whining noise goes away, then you know the power steering pump is the issue. If you decide to change your power steering pump, you must burp the power steering system for air. All you have to do is turn your steering wheel left and right all the way. Do that for about 20 times, and that should get rid of the air. As always, thank you for watching, and subscribe to Top 5 Auto Repairs.